Shalom, shalom, Israel. First things first, Ka'alam Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the true elders and apostles of GMS who rule well. Yeah, man, Ka'alam Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. And let me pull up. I had in mind second Esdras, just a chapter in general, but right now a brother brought up Ecclesiasticus 6 and 7, I believe, and I'm just gonna read it because that's just what was on top of my mind. But let me find it really quick. This is Ecclesiastes 6. This is Ecclesiastes. Salakia. Okay, this is Ecclesiasticus 6 and chapter 6. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. I'm starting at verse 5. Sweet language will multiply. Actually, I'm gonna start at chapter 6 verse 5, and then I'm gonna read down, make a point, and then I'm gonna read another section of Ecclesiastic chapter 6. But here we go, without further ado. Verse 5, Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. Sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. I mean, that's just simple, right? You wanna I mean, it's just simple, right? People, harsh words stir up anger, right? Like it says in the scriptures. And yes, soft words put away anger, right? And harsh words stir up anger. I mean, but moving on. Be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. And by being in peace with many, it's just, like, first off, being in peace with the body, right? Obviously, man, you have to be in peace with your neighbor. You have to be in peace with the body. Even to an extent, you gotta you just gotta be at peace with the body. You gotta be at peace with many, right? Even though we're not at peace with many, right? We're not at peace with many, right? We're only at peace with the 1/3 truly, man. And nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. So we need counsel, right? This is why the leadership of GMS, from the elders and apostles, right? That's the council, right, per se. And they're good counsel. They've been tried and tried, and it's a good counsel, man. But nevertheless, you need counsel. You need to go to counsel before you make a move, right? You can't just make a move and then you need the perspective from the council, man. That's why a wise king always has a council. If you always notice, like in the fucking movies and shit, there's the king, right? And if he always has a council, right? He always has a council. And we're kings. We're actually more than kings. We're gods on the earth, Lord willing, right? The hopeful elect are, for sure, right? So the hopeful elect on this earth are gods on the earth, right? Yeah, man, I found that. Wow. find that wild, man. Cause like cause I come from the tribe of Issachar, and them boys, them Aztecs, and they were having rituals of, they literally believed they were gods on the earth. I mean they were. I mean, in to some extent, they had like half of it right, because they were going off, man. That's why, if they weren't going off, the conquistadors would never have came, right? But nonetheless, it was still all the Lord's doing, right? So it happened how the Lord wanted it to happen, but the reason it happened was because of our transgressions of the law. But nonetheless, they believed that they were gods on the earth. Like, it was, it was wild. I mean, like I said before, they weren't keeping the law. They weren't keeping the law. I was they're supposed to, because the things that would happen wouldn't have happened if they were keeping the law to how they were commanded to. But they were definitely Israelites, because they knew that much. They could tell the time, and they could tell yeah, they could tell the time, they could tell the stars, man. I mean, it is what it is. Here we go, continuing down. This is the one I was this is the actual precept that I was thinking of. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first. So we gotta if thou gets a friend, prove him first. And it tells you why. Literally tells you why. And prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Yeah, man, don't be hasty to credit men, man, because first off, men are liable to go off, right? And yeah, man, you can't trust anybody in this shit, man. Truth be told, you can only trust the brothers that prove themselves. And truth be told, man, you can only trust the word, man. The word, you can only trust the word. You don't trust Yahweh, and the body. You have the body, but you gotta prove a friend first, man. Because even in the body, there's serpents, man. Like, we have seen all these false prophets, all these false prophets, all these false all these false prophets from actually being in the camp, right, in the group, in the main group, like in GMS per se. There are snakes in GMS, right? There's snakes on the affiliates, from the affiliates that hover around, that do the teachings of GMS, right? Those groups around, the affiliate groups, those are snakes. Like we saw with the false ones, there's a lot of snakes in there. That's what I meant, because we saw a lot of going off, like what happened with certain camps, right? Like they were like upcharging brothers on products, right? On products, right? They were selling products. They were leading the stray. They were leading the stray to destruction. They were leading the sheep to destruction per se, because a lot of these were their leaders, and most of these are the leaders, right? And you gotta prove who's your leader. You gotta prove who's your leader. You gotta, and yeah, GMS has done that. They continue to do. They have the 100% truth, but we see with our eyes, right? The hopeful light. We see with our eyes, because the Lord gave us vision to see properly the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is that there are wolves amongst sheep, right? There's wolves amongst sheep wearing their clothing. So they're camouflaged, but but we were commanded to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. But we were commanded to be wise as serpents. So we see these false prophets. We see these agents of chaos, these agents of the devil. Really, man. Because if you're not a 1/3 locked in on the truth, man, you're a potential agent for the devil, man. That's just how it is, man. You're a potential agent, which means you are an agent for the devil, man. If you're not locked in this 1/3 truth, man, on this truth, you're a potential agent, man. And if and a lot, you have to try. You have to try. I'm just gonna get back to the scriptures. I'm just gonna read it again. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and he will not abide in the day of thy trouble. You see, for some man is a friend for his own occasion, right? Even in this truth, man, you could tell, man, because a lot of these dudes be losers and shit, and they see some right, they see the fruits that we're producing, and they wanna plagiarize, they wanna play with they wanna fuck around with they just want to mess around like this is a game, but ain't a game, man. This is real life, man. This is real life. The Lord gave us the vision to see the reality of this, and this isn't a game, man. And a lot of these false prophets, false camps, right? And the thing with Nate, I'm not calling him the he ain't no bishop, man. He's a fucking devil. He ain't no bishop. He's a devil. He's a deceiver. He's a straight up demon, bruh. Right, with the head tribe, the what the fuck you pronounce them fucking purple Power Rangers? Like what I seen is that his main goal was to have the most people, the most largest Hebrew camp, right? The largest Hebrew Israelite camp. That's what was his goal, right? It's obvious, and I've seen other brothers say that too, right? Actually, elders. I've seen elders and apostles saying that that's what he wanted. He wanted the largest congregation, and that's just folly, man. That's just folly. That's just straight up evil wickedness, man. And he has a 501c3, so that means he's juiced in with Esau, man, and he's gonna lead the sheep astray, man. His only objective was to take it down as many Israelites as he can. I mean, that's really what it seems like at this point, man. He's a straight demon, man. He's a high level demon, for sure. 'Cause, I mean, ain't no way to like. I mean, obvious. He's just look at his actions, man. Come on, that dude's a demon, and he has a special punishment for him, like a really special punishment, because he is leading the sheep of Yahweh Shai astray, man. He's doing it purposefully, because he knows what the deal is, man. He knows what the deal is. And like, well, man, you should just see them fucking marching, bro. They're marching by the thousands, like in the street, man. That's all set up, man. That's all set up to cause civil unrest, man. That's all set up to cause civil unrest. That dude's marching like a fucking army, bro. And these times, are you serious? Are you walking around with your men as like an army in these times, bro? First off, they probably don't even have. You're walking around looking like a military with no guns, bro. Are you fucking? It's just so stupid, bro. It's so stupid, man. When another opposing group comes, opposing group in terms of the worldly aspect, man, because IOIC is a worldly group, man. They're worldly. So if another worldly group comes in and anti-protest their march or whatever fuck, and it's per se these proud boys, man, matching their numbers, bro, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna be judgment, man, because those dudes are marching around like armies and shit. And bro, it's just not gonna look good. It's not gonna end well with that. Like, what the fuck? You weren't commanding a march like it's a fucking, I don't know, college campus, dude. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. You see, man, and those they're sheep, right? Some of them are elect, right. Some of them, I believe, yeah, they're gonna see, right. But a lot of them are very I say the majority of those groups are ignorant. They're very ignorant because if they would know, if they weren't ignorant, they wouldn't be in the position they are in, and that is following a wolf in sheep's clothing. They wouldn't be in that position if they weren't ignorant. Wait, if they weren't, yeah, man. But and if they read, Ecclesiastic chapter 6 and 7, they wouldn't be in that situation, man, because time and time again, these false prophets have proved who they are, man. Time and time again, they will reveal themselves. Time and time again, man. It's just like, come on. The Lord gave us a spirit of discernment, man. He gave us the eyes of discernment, man. Like, ain't nobody seeing better than us, bro. Ain't nobody seeing better than the hopeful elect. All right, let me go to 2nd Esdras. Second Esdras, boom. All right, this caught my attention. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever in the chimneys in Sion were hot. It's Sion with an S. Sion. Sion were hot. And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure, then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone. Man. Yeah, man. Yahweh. Ain't no Yahweh. Yahweh is the ultimate power, man. This is just the ultimate power. We worship the ultimate power, man. That's amazing. That's beautiful, man, and it's just beautiful, man. And it's a blessing to be It's a blessing to be in this truth, really. Preaching to the best of our abilities. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Really is, man. Cause I mean, how many people are in this world? I mean, I just crunch the numbers, bro. It's just a blessing to be here, bro. You don't need to crunch the numbers to figure out it's a blessing to be here, bro. Because all there is death. All there is death. That's it, man. All there is death on the worldly side of this shit, man. That's it, man. Like I say, man. We're in the valley of the shadow of death, man. We're in the valley of the shadow of death, man. Like, and all these immigrants flooding over here, bro. All these fucking Venezuelans coming over here. All these fucking, yeah, all these Latin Americans coming over here, really, because those are the Israelites. They're coming over here thinking shit's sweet. Like, like you see him, bro. You'll see him with smiles on their face walking down the street. Like he's a migrant because you just know, and they like all smiling or looking like looking tough or whatever, like not knowing they're in the belly of the fucking beast, bro. Not knowing not knowing they're in the not knowing they're in the valley of the shadow of death. And all those migrants came over here for judgment, man. That's all they came for judgment. For judgment, either the good end of it or the bad end of it. Majority is gonna be the bad end of it. So. Second Esdras 5, chapter 6. Wait, Salakia. Trying to get the understanding of how these numbers are set up because I'm kind of confused. Okay, I see. This is second Esdras 5. Okay. So this is second Esdras chapter 6. Yeah, we got it. Second Esdras chapter 6. Again, verse 5. And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed, that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. Then I considered these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other by me. Also they shall be ended, and by none other. And also they shall be ended by none other. I mean, that's just going to the times we're at. Moving on to verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Esdras, asked thou not? Second Esdras chapter 6 verse 11. I answered then and said, O Lord, the bearers rule, if I have found favor in thy sight, I beseech thee, shew thy servant the end of thy tokens, whereof thou shewedst me part the last night. So he answered and said unto me, stand up thy feet and hear a mighty sounding voice, and it shall be as it were a great motion, but the place where thou standest shall not be moved. that's fire. And thereof, when it is speaketh, be not afraid, for the word is of the end. And thereof, when it speaketh, be not afraid. Be not afraid. We're in the spirit of prophecy. We're prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America. We are prophesying the downfall of our enemies, starting with Esau Edom, all to the 18 tribes, or sorry, Salakia, onto this other 17 tribes, right? Other 17 nations, right? Because there's 18 nations. So we're prophesying the downfall of the other 17 nations. Actually 18, right? Because the 2/3 are in that as well. We're only prophesying the salvation of the 1/3 hopeful elect, right? The 1/3 elect, right? And we pray that we are the hopeful elect, but we're prophesying the salvation of the 1/3 elect, man. Okay, where was I? Okay, Second Esdras chapter 6:15. And therefore, when it speaketh, be not afraid, for the word is of the end, man. So yeah, we're prophesying, man. We're prophesying Armageddon, man. But we ain't afraid because we come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. Like, it's just what it is, man. We see the times, man. We see the times. We see the temperature rising, man. Literally and figuratively speaking. Yeah, we see the dial, man, going up, man. It's like, you know, temperature rising. We see it. We see it. We see it. We see it, but be not troubled, man, because Yahweh Shai, man, he's quickly on the way, man, and the spirit of the Rakakadash burns in us, man. So we ain't phased by this heat, man. You know. And therefore, when it speaketh, be not afraid, for the word is of the end, and the foundation of the earth is understood. And the foundation of the earth is understood, man. We understand since before even the foundation was built, we understand that these things had to happen. Like, we understand that the hopeful elect, the Lord knew was before. The Lord knew the hopeful elect before they were even born, man. Before they were even born, man, the Lord knew who his hopeful elect and chosen would be, man. And all of this was written since the beginning, since before the beginning, man. All of this was written, man, and it's now just coming to pass, and we're witnessing all of the things that were written, man, like 2,000 years ago, like witnessing in real time, man. And it's amazing, actually. It leaves me in awe. It's actually mind-boggling. And why? Because the speech of these things trembleth and is moved, for it knoweth that the end of these things must be changed. And it happened that when I have heard it, I stood up upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sounds of it was like the sounds of many waters. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell, and visit to them that dwell upon the earth. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, man. Like, that's where we're at right now, man. The days are coming. The days are nigh, man. The days coming, man. Yahweh Shai is coming like a thief in the night, man. And I always like to say this, man. A good thief, man, an expert thief, he's in and out. And in this instance, it's gonna be in, right? He just, man, you don't even want to see it, man. In and out, boom, boom, like this, man. He knows the route he's coming in. You already, like, everything's already mapped out, man. It's just go time, man. And it's a good thief, man, is just boom, in and out like that. And Yahweh Shai, I mean, he's a man. He's a god of war, man. He's a power of war, man. So you don't think he's the ultimate warrior, bro. So that means he's the ultimate thief, bro. So you know it's gonna come quick. You know it's gonna come quick. And if you ain't watching, man, if you're not watching, man, if you're not watching enticed in these books, in this prophecy, man, it's gonna be a bad day, a sad day. I mean, not a sad day. It's gonna be a good day, but it's gonna be a bad day for you if you know if you blink, man. If you close your eyes and not watch, man. if you rock yourself back to sleep, man, when your Hawashai comes, man, it's not gonna be a pleasant experience, and it's not gonna be a pleasant experience for for our enemies, man. Starting from Esau, Edom, to the heathen nations, to 2/3 Jake, man, because 2/3 Jakes are like heathens, man. 2/3 Jakes, some 2/3 Jakes are super foul, man. They deserve nothing but death, painful death, if that. Yeah, man. Yeah. The Lord is the King of terrors, man. I don't. This death ain't gonna be. It's gonna be slow, man. It ain't gonna. Yeah, he's torturing these people, man. That's what's happening, man. These, like right now, these wars and rumors of wars, these the sedition amongst people, the uncertainty, the inflation, all of that stuff. That's just, to the average person, man, bro. That's torture, bro. They're like, what the fuck? They have no comfort, bro. They're just living on a planet, and all of this is going on. They don't know what's happening, man. That you don't think they're definitely waxing worse and worse, man, because of the prophecies that were written thereof, right? That were written in these and that were written in the word, right? The truth. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled, man. And the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled. And will begin inquisition of them, man. The Lord's going to cook the unrighteous people, man. That's what that means. The Lord's going to cook the unrighteous people, man, into a cuisine, man, because from thermal fire, man, they're going to be crisp. They're going to be burned to the crisp, bruh. They're going to be barbecued, bruh. Barbecued, you know, the Haitian leader, barbecue's going to get barbecued, bruh. All these unrighteous leaders, man, all these unrighteous decrees, and these unrighteous leaders pushing their unrighteous decrees, man. The Lord's gonna come, man, and he's gonna make inquisition of the unrighteous. So that the affliction of Sion is fulfilled, man. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I shew these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months. I was watching a brother, I think he was in camp, and he brought up the scripture. So I think this was like yesterday, so that's the spirit. And be raised up of Salaki, bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. Man, little, I'm just, I'm just, yeah, man, this is just the prophecy, man. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. And suddenly the sown places appear unsown. What is a sown place? Right? Something that's already established, something that had a foundation, right? The sown and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, man. This is like, for instance, you could say Babylon the Great was a sown place for a certain amount of years, but now it's appearing to be unsown. You see You see it getting peeled back like an onion, man. You see the the tactical demolition of this place now. You see the layers getting pulled up apart, man, from the economics, from the dollar to the competition of the dollar to the inflation, right? With the things with inflation from the printing of a more currency that just happened, like this place is getting systematically dismembered, man. It's getting systematically dismembered. America's like you said, you can look at America like a body, like a human body, man, and it's getting systematically dismembered. Like China's taking away the arms, China's taking away the. It's really, I mean, it's a. I'm gonna use a better analogy. It's a car, right? And it's getting systematically, right? You're taking away the tires. You're taking away. You want this car like scrap, bro. You want this car scrapped. And the cars is a body of systems, right? Automotive is a body of systems. You got the HVAC system, you got the electronical system, you got the mechanical system, you got right, you got the engine block, you got the transmission. It's just it's a component, it's a body of systems working coherently to move the car, right? Right? And if you, man, you take out the wheels, that car can't drive no more, right? And even if you weren't to start last on the wheel, like you take out, I don't know, you just keep scrapping the fucking car, bro. It's a big ass car, bro, but if you systematically take it down, man, this bitch is gonna fall. And in America, man, they're America's a scrap car by now, bro. There's no panels on this bitch. The window is busted. The fucking alternator's going out, bro. The fucking it's just the oil is leaking, bro. You see the oil leaking. Literally the oil, man, the oil the oil's leaking, bro. Like there's a fucking, you see the oil coming out, bro. You know your head gasket's about to blow up. Like America, it used to be a good car, man, but now it's unsown, man. It's Babylon the Great, man. Places that were sown. I'm gonna go back to that. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, right? So Babylon used to be worth coming here for, man. Babylon used to be a site where you saw you know, prosperity and stuff, and it appeared to be sown, but it's not sown no more because we see it being unsown, man. It's not what it cracked up to be, man. We see the illusion. We saw that everything was an illusion. We seen everything was an illusion, man. And these Edomites, man, go by this like rule book, I guess, that illusion, right? Power is illusion, right? They like having the illusion of power. That's really how they got everything, was the illusion of power, because in reality they don't have power. The Heavenly Lord gave them everything they got. So in reality, they're not powerful. They ain't shit in reality of it, man. This is the Heavenly Father's movie, man, and what he says goes, man. So they ain't powerful at all. They gotta report to their leader, which is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. I mean, everything is for lack of better words, everything's going according to plan. That's I mean, the Lord, man, ain't gonna go anywhere else, man. It's just gonna go according. It's gonna go how it was written, man. That's just how it's gonna go, man. And the sown places are appearing unsown, man. From Babylon to the financial system, to the global financial system, to the UK, man. That shit with the UK. When have you heard that shit going in uproars, bro? Like, what the fuck is the UK? Them fucking Brits. I'm like, Brits. I don't know. I'm fucking terrible interpretation of a Brit. Hey, they do got some good fish and chips though. Some good fish and chips. I'm gonna have some British people in the kingdom cooking me up some fucking fish and chips, and that shit ain't good, man. If it's not the best fish and chips in this fucking galaxy, they're gonna get a foot up their ass. With yeah, man. That's actually, I'm gonna read down a little more. Let me find where I was at. I believe it was. Second Esdras chapter 6 verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I shew these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see altogether. The children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Raids, man. The raidings. You already see that going on. And the trumpet shall give a sound which, when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. So when that trumpet goes out, that every man heareth, man, everyone's gonna start being, everyone that's not the hopeful 1/3 man is gonna start being afraid. And the time shall friends fight one another against one another like enemies. And I saw a video of a brother. He was saying, I mean, they're on friends over father and son, but still, if a father and son are fighting to the death, they had a gun battle in their front lawn, and the father killed his son. I don't know what race they were, but if father and son are having shootouts, bro, it ain't gonna be nothing for a friend that you call a friend that's since like what, middle school. Ain't gonna be nothing for you to do what the Lord tells them to do, right? I mean, it ain't gonna be, if fathers and sons are offing each other, it ain't gonna be nothing for friends to do that, man. If I saw another article that a son chopped off his mom's arm with a fucking chainsaw. Like, what the fuck? And then like a fucking Keisha shot a baby in the stroller, bro. Like what? Like, come on, dude. We're in the end times. And at the time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwelleth therein. The springs of the foundation shall not stand, and in 3 hours they shall not run. And in 3 hours they shall not run. I'm gonna read that one more time. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of foundation shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whoever so remaineth from all these that I have told, these shall escape. Salakia. Whoever so remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape, and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the end of your world. And see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it. The men that are received shall see it. The hopeful elect. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed, and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be poured out, and deceit shall be quenched. Salakia. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched, man. There's the times we're coming in, man, where evil is put out and deceit is quenched, man. This is the times. This is the future. No, there's no more evil. No more deceit being fucking dispersed out like hotcakes, bruh. None of that bullshit, man. That's the future, man. Yeah, with that, like, that's enough. That's enough reading the apocrypha. Look at the apocrypha. I have it duct tape because I'm kind of my the this is kind of, I had to support it more because I left it in my car and it kind of messed up, but luckily it's still good, man. It's still good. It's perfect, man. The pages are still perfect. Like, it's literally brand new. I had a Oh yeah, I had this point I was gonna say, which was right here in Second Esdras 5 and 6, or sorry, Salakia, Second Esdras chapter 6. What's the verse? I'm looking for the verse. Right here, 21. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. Right, that reminded me of something. That the children of a year old shall speak. And I have, like, I guess you could say a testimony. When I was over here, when I went to Mexico, I was just chilling, right? I was chilling in the I guess you could say the porch, right? I was chilling, and a kid comes up, and I can't understand him. He's talking, he's gibbering, and come to find out, they told him that he can't speak. My family told me that he can't speak. He has trouble speaking. Like, he has trouble speaking because he came to give us like an inflatable balloon thing so we can inflate balloons, and his mom sent him, and I was in the porch, and he gave me it, and I was like, "What is this?" And he started attempting to speak, and I couldn't understand him. And this like a while back, so I don't really understand. I don't really remember the full details, like the full words or whatnot. But I didn't understand him. I was like, "What's your name?" And he attempted to tell me his name and shit. I don't remember his name, but he couldn't tell me what not. And he came to bring the inflatable thing to for the balloons. And then he leaves or not, and he comes back to get his shit, the balloons or whatnot, or he comes back. I don't know what was the reason, but he comes back, and this dude's talking. Like, my family told me that he had trouble talking, but then I had a whole conversation with him. He told me his name. I had like, I mean, it wasn't like a complex conversation, right? I wasn't fucking pondering the stars, but man, we had a conversation, and I was like, damn. I mean, he can't talk. He told me his name. What do you mean? Like, so I mean, yeah, man. With that being said, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honor to the true elders and apostles of GMS who rule well. Kahalam Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Stay locked in, Yasharallah. Yahushai is quickly on the way. Kingdom of Heaven is quickly on the way. Endure. Pray for the Vakakadash to be burning within, man. Pray. Stay prayed up, man. Fast if you have to. Intermittent fast if you have to, man. Eat healthy, man. Eat super healthy, man. And shit. Also, I had this point. Eat good, man. Go get some steaks. Go eat some steaks. Eat your favorite foods and shit. I'm not talking about like shit fast food, man. Go cook up some good meals, man. Some good ass meals, or go get some good ass meals, man. Because Jacob's trouble's on the horizon. We know we're gonna be taken care of, man. But we don't know exactly how. We don't know the details and whatnot, and we know we're gonna be protected and not, but we don't know the details. So mentally prepare, and we are. This is what we do. We have the Rukakadash, so we're not afraid. We're not afraid. We fear only Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? And the things that are coming were written, so they have to play out the role. And yeah, man, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rukakadash, the kingdom of heaven is quickly on the way. Time is moving faster and faster, man. Shalom, shalom to the men of the Lord, putting in the best foot forward, and shalom, shalom to the ladies that are obedient to the men of the Lord, man. Shalom, shalom.